Peace to everyone on YouTube. Peace to everyone on X. Peace to everyone on StreamYard. Welcome to Winning Wednesdays. Today is Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. The future is here. The future is here. I'll give it just a minute before we start. Hello to everyone joining on all the platforms. Peace to, who do we have here? Peace to Andrea. Peace to Andrea. Peace to Detroit. Welcome to Winning Wednesdays. Wednesdays, noon Eastern, we discuss current events in the financial markets. Today I've got a few articles I wanted to discuss. I know you guys keep up with financial news. I keep up with financial news. I keep up with news in the business world. I've been doing that for over 15 years. Maybe closer to 20 years. Something I've done for a long time now. I remember way back in grad school, if they always used to remind us, if you want to be in business, if you want to be in finance, you better keep up with financial news. You better keep up with business news. Same thing in anything. If you want to be in professional sports, you better keep up with news in professional sports. If you want to be in engineering, keep up with the latest happenings in engineering. If you want to be in politics, keep up with the latest happenings in politics. If you want to be in business, keep up with the latest happenings in business. So I've been doing that a long time. I'm going to share my screen shortly. Few main resources I use. I'm going to mix in one new one. I'm going to show you guys shortly. This is another resource I use. CNBC. I use that one as well. So I use a few different platforms. I keep up with news from several platforms just about every day. You've heard me mention CNN Business. You've heard me mention Yahoo Finance. So those are a few platforms I keep up with. So we're going to get started shortly. Peace, Natasha. Greenville, South Carolina. Peace to everyone in South Carolina. All right, let's take a look at the market. Let's take a quick look at the market before we get started here. Let me share my screen and see what's going on in the market. I looked at the market earlier this morning. I saw mostly green, so let's take a live look. Okay, so mostly green. Major indexes are up slightly. S&P up slightly, total market up slightly, the NASDAQ up slightly. Let's talk about Apple right quick. Let's take a look at what's going on with Apple. Apple is currently at 211. Now, it was hovering just around 200 in recent weeks. So it's shot up a little bit since yesterday. Actually, since Monday, now at 211. So that's what's going on with Apple. Amazon currently 221. I've got an article I wanted to discuss regarding Amazon. Bitcoin currently at 108, just under 109. So let's see here. Back on Tuesday, yesterday, is at about 105. Now it's at almost 109. So for anyone that holds Bitcoin, I'm sure you're happy about that. What else do we have here? Microsoft's currently at 491. I thought Microsoft would break 500 last week or earlier this week. Has not broken 500 yet. Sitting at 491. I've got an article regarding Microsoft I wanted to discuss. Let me get my text straight here first. Let me remove my banner. Let me hide that for the time being. Okay, so hopefully you can see that a little bit better. Yeah, Microsoft currently at 491. Meta 718. It's pulled back a little bit from its all-time high. It was at 745 in the 740s back on Monday. Actually, no, not all-time high. Oh yeah, look, yes, it looks like it was all-time high earlier this week. Currently at 718, so that's what's going on with Meta. Nvidia 156. It's pulled back. Well, it's actually sitting at about 150 in the 150s. Not too long ago, I thought it was going to break over the 160, into the 160s last week. currently at 156. All right, and Tesla at 312, currently at 312. Okay, so that's a live look at the market. Some of the tickers I follow, some of the tickers you guys follow. All right, so we welcome anyone just now joining. Let's see here. Let me stop sharing that screen there. And let me pull back up my. There we go. Okay, so that's what's going on in the market. Currently 6 after the hour. I wanted to get right into the articles. One of the ones I wanted to discuss is this one right here. Let's see here. I saw this. I think this article is from either today or yesterday. Let's see here. All right, so this article is from earlier this morning. All right, so it's an article on Microsoft layoffs. All right, I believe Microsoft had laid off some employees earlier this year. Now they're laying off more employees. All right, so let's see what this article says here. Microsoft laying off about 9,000 employees in latest round of cuts. And yes, this article was from a few hours ago exactly. Microsoft will cut less than 4% of its global workforce across teams, role types, and geographies. Okay, so Cyborg Company also announced. So there we go. Announced layoffs in May, affecting around 6,000 people. Executives are still trying to reduce management layers. Okay, so let me meditate on this point right here. Executives are still trying to reduce management layers. Okay, so Microsoft seems to be becoming more of a flat company. So they're trying to get rid of more middle management. That's my takeaway from reading just this point here. Trying to reduce management layers. All right, so let's see what this article says here. Microsoft said Wednesday that it will lay off about 9,000 employees. The move will affect less than 4% of its global workforce across different teams, geographies, and levels of experience. A person familiar with the matter told CNBC. The announcement comes on the second day of Microsoft's 2026 fiscal year. Executives at the Redmond, Washington-based companies typically unveil reorganizations at the time of new fiscal year. We continue to implement organizational changes necessary to best position the company and teams for success in a dynamic marketplace. Okay, so let's pause on these two words right here. Dynamic marketplace. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? You're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, you're an aspiring entrepreneur. What does that mean? Dynamic marketplace. What does that mean? To me, that means things are always changing, right? Technology always changes. Business always changes. Environmental conditions always change. Competitive conditions always change. So dynamic marketplace means constant change, in my opinion. So as an owner, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, be ready for change. Things change every day, if not every hour, if not every minute. Okay? So we have to be adaptable. Okay, so here's the first takeaway of today's meeting. We have to be adaptable. The marketplace is dynamic. It's ever changing. We have to be adaptable. We have to be able to adapt as things change. Okay, we cannot stay, what's the right word? We cannot stay, I'm looking for the right word. We can't stay, just if something worked today, that doesn't necessarily mean something will work tomorrow. So we have to be able to adapt. We have to be able to recognize what's changing and adapt accordingly. All right, so let's see what it says here. Microsoft has held several rounds of layoffs already this calendar year. So they're steady cutting. In January, it cut less than 1% of its headcount based on performance. The 50-year-old software company slashed more than 6,000 jobs in May, and then at least 300 more in June. As of June 2024, it employed 228,000 people. In 2023, it laid off 10,000. Okay, let's see what else this article says. Perhaps the largest culling of Microsoft's worker came in 2014 when the company eliminated 18,000 after acquiring Nokia's devices and service businesses. Okay, so Microsoft makes certain acquisitions, mergers and acquisitions over the years. Some positions become redundant, and they say, "Thank you for your service. You're on your own." As was the case with Microsoft, with the May layoffs, Microsoft is looking to reduce the number of here we go. Layers of managers that stand between individual contributors and top executives. So if the second biggest company in the world is becoming a flatter company, we should take a lesson from that. We could take a great lesson from that. Okay, Microsoft right now, depending on share price of Microsoft and Nvidia, it's either the largest company in the world or second largest company in the world. So we can definitely learn lessons from Microsoft. They are becoming a flatter company. Maybe we consider becoming flatter companies in our business. Maybe we don't need as many positions. Maybe there is some redundancy. Maybe we do need to scale back expenses. Maybe we do need to scale back payroll. To position gaming for enduring success and allow us to focus on strategic growth areas, we will end or decrease work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness. Okay, so how are you gonna? You're an entrepreneur. You're an aspiring entrepreneur. How are you going to increase agility and effectiveness? Okay, Microsoft, second biggest company in the world, is increasing agility and effectiveness. The question is, how are you going to increase agility and effectiveness? Obviously, Microsoft's doing something correct. Second biggest company in the world, they're increasing agility and effectiveness. How are we going to increase agility and effectiveness? Or will we even increase agility and effectiveness, or will we just cry and complain after the fact? Do we have a plan to increase agility and effectiveness, or will we cry that our competitors ate our food after the fact? Are we proactive or are we reactive? What are you doing in your business to increase agility and effectiveness? Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. What are you thinking of doing to increase agility and effectiveness? Drop it in the chat. Or is the plan just to cry and complain after our competitors steal our market share and steal our mind share? What's the plan? What's the plan? Okay, Microsoft's doing something right. Second biggest company in the world. We're going to take lessons from them. We're going to watch what they're doing. We're going to copy what's working for them. What are we going to do to increase agility and effectiveness? Okay, if we do not do anything to increase agility and effectiveness, we have no right to cry and complain that our competitors came and whooped our ass. Okay, what are we doing to increase agility and effectiveness? What's the plan? What is the plan? What is the plan? Microsoft reported nearly $26 billion in net income on $70 billion in revenue for the March quarter. Okay, $26 billion in net income. They're doing something right based off that number right there, and $70 billion in revenue. Okay, we can take lessons from great companies. What's the lesson from Microsoft? What are we doing to increase agility and effectiveness? Or will we just cry and complain, blame racism, blame Donald Trump, blame Joe Biden, blame unequal opportunity, blame HR, blame the economy? What are we going to do? Are we going to be proactive or are we going to be reactive? Okay, we got to be proactive. Okay, executives call for about a 14% year-over-year revenue growth in the June quarter, thanks to expected expansion in Azure cloud services and corporate productivity software subscriptions. Microsoft closed at a record high of $497 on June 26th. Okay, they're obviously doing something right. We can study what they're doing right, and we can implement those things into our business and into our lives. At the start of Wednesday's trading session, the share were down to 0.6%, while the S&P was roughly flat. Okay, so Microsoft is not sitting around patting themselves on the back, high-fiving each other. Second biggest company in the world is still innovating. They're still asking themselves how they can improve, still asking themselves how they can be more agile, more effective. They're not just sitting around high-fiving each other, congratulating each other. Okay, second largest company in the world is still innovating, still trying to improve. Okay, that's a lesson that we can learn right there from them. Okay, they are not sitting around getting complacent. Are we sitting around getting complacent? If the second largest company in the world is not sitting around getting complacent, why are we complacent? Unless our business is the best, unless we're in the top spot. Even if you're on the top spot, You shouldn't be sitting around getting complacent. Okay, dynamic. What was those 2 words earlier? Dynamic environment. Let's go back. What was those 2 words that we dynamic marketplace? There it is. Dynamic marketplace. All that means is the market continually changes. Therefore, we must continually change. We can't be dinosaurs. Okay, we can't sit around and become dinosaurs. We all know what happened to dinosaurs, right? They become obsolete. All right, so let's pause for the cause right there. Let's see what are some lessons to become agile and effective. Let's see. Be flexible and adapt. Okay, lesson 1, not stagnant, ever changing. Yes. The business environment is competitive. It's always changing. We must adapt as well. We can't stay stagnant. Yes. What happens to the stagnant person? What happens to the stagnant business? They become obsolete. Okay, they become obsolete. Agile, ever be curious? Yep, become agile. Ask yourself how you can improve your product. Ask yourself how you can improve your service. Ask yourself, if you were a competitor of your business, what would you do to steal market share? Okay. All Microsoft's competitors are taking lessons from Microsoft, asking themselves how they can improve, how they can steal market share and mind share, how they can steal Microsoft's customers and clients. Okay, ever leveling up. Okay, ever leveling up. All right, keep learning and move forward with the technology such as AI. Okay, how are we incorporating AI into our everyday lives? How are we incorporating AI into our business? If we are not, we're slowly getting left behind. Okay, we're slowly getting left behind if we're not adapting. Okay. So what else? Learning option selling AI's tools and investing. Okay. All right. Andrea's not getting left behind. She's not going to become a dinosaur. She's doing something about it. What are you doing about it? Being proactive. Okay. Yeah. Being proactive. Tax strategies. Okay. So she's also studying tax strategies like health saving accounts and cryptocurrencies. Okay. So people like Andrea will not get caught off guard when HR gives them that pink slip. Okay. I think I have to check myself first. I have to check myself. In years past, I sat around too complacent. I got too comfortable. I got too soft. Okay. I blame myself. Nobody to blame but myself. I will never again become too complacent, too soft, too comfortable. I will never again defer my outcomes to anyone else. My outcomes are up to me. Your outcomes are up to you. Not Joe Biden, not Donald Trump, not the economy, nothing. Okay? Take full responsibility. Take full accountability. Yourself. Okay? All right. First article, Microsoft. Microsoft's laying off thousands of employees. They're not sitting around patting themselves on the back. They're not sitting around congratulating each other. They're still adapting, even though they're the second biggest company in the world. However, we can study that. We can take lessons from that. Okay. NVIDIA is the top company in the world. NVIDIA is not sitting around patting themselves on the back, congratulating each other. NVIDIA is looking behind them. What are our competitors doing to come steal our market share and our mind share? What are our competitors doing to improve their products and services? We're going to beat them to the punch. We're going to remain the top dog in the stock market. We're going to remain the top business in the world. Okay. These top companies, they don't sit around being complacent. They're proactive. They're innovative. They're always asking how we can become better. Okay. All right. This is the first article. Microsoft. There's several lessons we can learn from Microsoft. The main one being, do not become complacent. Do not sit around. Just because you won the championship yesterday, it doesn't mean your competitors are not aiming for your spot today. Okay. Who won the NBA championship? I forget. Who won the NBA? Oh yeah, OKC, right? OKC won the championship a couple weeks ago, right? All the other teams, all 31 other teams, are aiming for OKC spot. Okay, OKC is the top dog in the league right now. All 31 other teams want their spot. All other 31 teams are making plans to take OKC's championship. Okay, same thing applies in professional sports. OKC will not remain complacent. OKC will not sit around pat each other on the back. Okay, job well done. Job well done. Okay, you won the championship. Your competitors are aiming for your spot. They're coming to eat your food. Okay, what are you going to do about it? Cry and complain, or are you going to do something about it? All right, first article on deck was Microsoft. All right, first article we talked about is Microsoft. Okay, great company, one of the biggest companies in the world. We're going to study what's working for them, and we're going to implement the same thing into our businesses. Okay. What else do we have? I saw this article, I believe it was Monday. Here's another lesson we can learn from another large company. Let me share my screen here. That company is Oracle. Let's see what's going on with Oracle. All right. This is an article from, I think the original source was Investopedia, but I found this on Yahoo Finance back yesterday morning, Tuesday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Hey, Oracle stock hovers near record high amid cloud deals optimism. All right. So just reading that headline, what are some lessons learned or some takeaways that we can, what are some key takeaways from just this headline alone? Oracle disclosed on Monday that its sales are off to a strong start this fiscal year, including a deal worth $30 billion annually beginning in fiscal 28. The stock is edging higher in pre-market trading Tuesday after closing at a record high yesterday. Okay, another company that's doing something right. Okay, another company that's doing something right is Oracle. Okay, we're going to study lessons learned. We're going to study what they're doing. We can implement those same lessons into our businesses. Okay, we're going to simply copy what's working. Okay, we're going to copy what's working for these big companies, and we're going to implement the same thing into our businesses. Citi analysts said Tuesday that they don't expect the new deals having a big impact on Oracle's fiscal 26 results, as they were likely already factored in previously. Oracle stock is hovering just above record high. Close recorded Monday, propelled by the cloud computing giant's disclosure of new deals, including one worth an estimated $30 billion. Citi analysts on Tuesday held their neutral rating and 196 price target. They wrote that the new deal was likely already embedded in the outlook, considering it was closed and announced within a month of when the company reported its fiscal fourth quarter results. We view the deal as a positive read through an overall AI demand, consistent with our Gen AI Summit takeaways and positive view on Microsoft. The Citi analyst wrote, while adding that they continue to see concerns around the profitability profile of some of the AI GPU contracts. Oracle shares are little change an hour before opening bell after closing at a record 218. Wow, 218 on Monday. All right, what's Oracle currently at? Let's check out what Oracle is currently at. Oracle. Oracle's 225.11. Oracle is currently at 225. All right, so that's where Oracle currently is. Is there any lessons we can learn from this article? Let's go to the original article. Is there any lessons learned that we can study here? All right, let me share the original article. Let me share the original one. What are some key takeaways from that article? Is there any key takeaways? Let me share the Investopedia article. Here we go. All right, here's the original article on Investopedia. Let's see if it gives any more detail. Okay, no, it does not. Okay, so let's go back here. Let me close this ad right here. Okay, is there any key lessons we can study from this article right here? I just read these three words right here, amid cloud deals. Okay, so my takeaway from this article, just by reading its headline, is the right partnerships can push us forward in business, right? If we partner with the right people, with the right companies, it can really skyrocket us forward. So Maybe we make a deal. Maybe we're weak in certain areas. Maybe we partner with other companies that are strong in those areas, and the synergy would be beneficial for all parties. So, what are some takeaways from this lesson, from this article? Is there any lessons from this article? Any lessons from this article? Drop them in the chat. My takeaway is the right partnerships could the synergy from the right partnerships would be greater than the individual companies themselves. The collective synergy would be greater than the individuals themselves, the businesses themselves on their own. All right, so I saw that article. I found it interesting. Oracle making the right partnerships, and their stock is at an all-time high. What do you guys think about that? All right, so you can read through the rest of that article on Investopedia. Let's go check out some news. See, let's check some headlines on Investopedia while we're on Investopedia. It's another great business resource I use, business and financial resource I use. I check. S&P inches higher as investors await news on trade budget bills. Okay, so that's one headline on Investopedia. I saw this headline on a different platform as well. Tesla stock jumps despite big drop in second quarter deliveries. I saw on X, was it X? Yeah, I think it was on X. I was on X yesterday or earlier this morning. I saw Elon Musk pretty much compliment Donald Trump. So I saw Tesla jump back up today to currently at 313. What else do we have? Apple, we talked about this one here. Apple rallies after lagging tech peers in quarter two. Key levels to watch. Okay, we talked about Apple jumping. Apple's been flat for a while now. I saw it trade just below 200 last week and earlier this week. So I bought a little more Apple. What else do we have here? Private sector employment surprisingly fell in June. ADP showed that the private sector shed 33,000 jobs. The news comes before the government's official job reports Thursday. Okay, so that's coming out tomorrow, jobs report tomorrow. Okay, so we just read an article on Microsoft layoffs. Now, ADP says the private sector is also cutting thousands of jobs. Okay, so what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about that? Those of us that work day jobs, what are we going to do about that? Are we going to do anything about that? What's the plan? What's the plan? What is the plan? All right, what else do we have here? Meta announces formation of super intelligence unit amid AI recruiting push. Okay, intelligence wasn't enough. We need super intelligence. I saw this one too. Nike stock keeps rising. WNBA superstar Caitlin Clark is helping. I think Nike had taken a hit because of the tariffs. The tariffs from earlier this year. Anyone own shares of Nike? Anyone an owner of Nike? New Intel CEO Tan considers costly manufacturing changes. Report says. If you're the CEO of Intel, what's your plan? How will you turn your ship around? If you're the CEO of Intel, what's your plan? What's your plan to become competitive again? So those are some headlines from Investopedia right there. All right. So let's go back here. Let's stop sharing that. Let me pull myself to stage. Okay, there we go. Okay, so some lessons right there. All these companies are cutting jobs. Jobs are becoming more and more scarce. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Are we going to do anything about it? If we do not do anything about it, we have no right to complain later on. Would you agree? If we don't do anything about it, we have no right to complain later on. Okay? What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? let's see here. Okay, so Andrea says Oracle was supposed to be in the running when DeepSeek impacted the market and thought as NVIDIA as an NVIDIA disruptor. Okay, they are doing incredible work behind the scenes. Okay, yeah, they're making moves. They're not sitting around crying about the economy. They're not sitting around blaming racism. They're not sitting around blaming what happened yesterday. Okay, they can't. No one can change what happened yesterday. What are we going to do today? What are we going to do tomorrow? What's the plan? Oracle's making deals. Okay, are we making deals? Lesson 2: collective synergies with other companies is better than single. Yeah, right. Synergy. I think by definition, I'm not an English type. I'm more of a business type. But my understanding of the word synergy means the sum of two things would be greater than the two things individually. Something like that, right? So what would we do? What's the takeaway? What's the takeaway from that? What can we do in our business so that we can have synergy? Okay. The alternative is sitting around crying about the economy, sitting around crying about racism, sitting around crying about what Donald Trump is doing. The question is, what are you doing? The question is, what am I doing? Okay. My mindset is I can't focus on what the next man's doing more than what I'm doing. Okay. I cannot sit around blaming on more focused on Donald Trump, more focused on Joe Biden, more focused on that man over there, more focused on them over there, more focused than what I'm doing. The minute I'm more focused on what our next man is doing is the first minute I deserve to lose. Okay? The first minute I sit around crying about racism is the first minute I deserve to lose. The first minute I sit around crying about the economy is the first minute I deserve to lose. Okay? What am I going to do about it? Okay? I can't focus on Donald Trump, what he doing. I got to focus on what I'm doing. Okay? If I lock in on what I'm doing, it doesn't matter what he doing. Doesn't matter what he doing over there. Okay? My mindset is I'm focused on what I'm doing. I'm focused on my lane. I'm not worried about his lane. I'm not worried about her lane. I'm not worried about their lane over there. I'm locked in on my lane. I know if I lock in on my lane, it doesn't matter what they're doing over there. It doesn't matter what they're doing over here. Okay? I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not anti-Trump. I'm locked in on what I'm doing. That's my mindset. That's my work ethic. That's my focus. I'm locked in on what am I doing. If I lock in on what I'm doing, doesn't matter what they're doing. Doesn't matter. I don't care what they're doing over there. I don't care. I care what I'm doing. I care where I focus my energy on. So that's my mindset. Yeah, exactly. $1 trillion. Every week is the same $1 trillion question. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to? Yeah, if racism exists, what are you going to do about it? Yeah, Donald Trump might jerk you. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, HR don't like you. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, Mr. Charlie going to jerk you. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, there's unequal opportunity. What are you going to do about it? HR don't like your resume. What are you going to do about it? Mr. Charlie hiring his brother or his cousin instead of you. What are you going to do about it? Same question every week. $1 trillion question. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? There's opportunity everywhere in America. What are you going to do about it? Economy up. What are you going to do about it? Economy flat. What are you going to do about it? Economy down. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you chief executive of your life? Are you chief executive of your business? Or is Donald Trump your chief executive of your life? Who controls your outcomes? Who controls your life? You, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, governor, this politician, that politician. Who's the chief executive? Shouldn't it be you? Shouldn't it be you? What are you going to do about it? Next grown man going to jerk you. That lady over there going to jerk you. That guy over there going to jerk you. What are you going to do about it? What's your plan? What are you going to do about it? Okay, same $1 trillion question every week. What are you going to do about it? Racism going to kick your ass. What are you going to do about it? There's unequal opportunity. What are you going to do about it? HR don't like your resume. What are you going to do about it? Corporate plantation don't like you. What are you going to do about it? Same question every week. All right, a couple of reminders before we continue. This week is a short week in the market. Okay, we've got the holiday on Friday, July 4th. The stock market will be closed on Friday. The stock market will close early tomorrow. So 1 p.m. Eastern, the stock market will close early tomorrow. So just a reminder, market will be closed on Friday. Market closes at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, which is Thursday, July 3rd. So for anyone anyone running option plays, anyone looking to buy or sell tomorrow afternoon, just a reminder, the market will close at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Okay, so short week in the market this week. What are you going to do about it? Okay, so that's a reminder of the market. Short week in the market this week. A couple of other reminders. Today is July 2nd, Wednesday, July 2nd. I want to share my screen right here. Let me share my screen right here. For anyone interested in the A, B, and C, this is a great opportunity. Great opportunity to network. Great opportunity to there we go. Great opportunity to network. A great opportunity to meet your next business partner. Great opportunity to receive great information. Great vibe, great information, great people, great networking. So August 21st to 23rd in Atlanta, Georgia. God willing, I'll be there. Day one, Thursday, 8/21, 8/22, and 8/23. Here's the hotel address. If you've never met me in person, come meet me in person. I'll be there, God willing, in Atlanta, Georgia, third week in August. For any of you that can see this URL, I believe the URL, I've got the Black Financial Literacy Store URL pulled up, but I believe you can access this website on, if you just go to Google and search ABNC 2025, you'll see this page come up. So check this out. This is a great opportunity, right? We can't cry and complain that we didn't do anything and expect exceptional results, right? If we have BS inputs, we can't expect great outputs, right? If we have bullshit inputs, we can't expect exceptional outputs, right? If the inputs are great, the outputs will be great, okay? All right, great opportunity. Don't just sit around being a life spectator. At some point, we gotta be a life participant, okay? We've sat on the sidelines long enough. We've got some bullshit results long enough. Okay, 50 days away, 49 days away. Okay, be a life participant. I myself was a life spectator for too long. I am now a life participant. Okay, I'm not letting another grown man control my outcomes. I'm taking matters into my own hands. I'm taking my own fate into my own hands. I encourage you to do the same. So check out the ABNC third week in August. Again, great networking, great information, great vibe. I've always had a great weekend when I attend these ABNCs. All right, so check that out. Great opportunity. All right. Okay, so that's ABNC. What else? Any other reminders? Let me check my notes here. One final reminder. Let me go back here. Actually, let me share my screen here. Let me remind one more reminder before we wrap. Get back to the articles. I really put the work in. Okay, I don't say that lightly. I really put the hours in. I really put the sacrifice in. I really put the studying in. I'm really about this life. Okay, so I take options very seriously. Okay, I studied options very seriously. Okay, options have bought back my time. Okay, I stopped giving the corporate plantation my time, and I am now the chief executive of my time. I spend my 24 hours however I see fit. I don't spend my 24 hours according to how HR wants me to spend my 24 hours. I don't spend my 24 hours according to how Mr. Charlie wants me to spend my 24 hours. I'm in full control of my life, okay? And there will be no apologies for that. If you would like to learn options with me, check out my bulk consultation page at the Black Business School, okay? Consider a bulk package with me or even a one-off consultation with me. I take this very seriously. Okay? Options are my primary revenue stream, okay? So consider a bulk package with me. Check me out at theblackbusinessschool.com. All right, so that's the last reminder. Let me stop sharing my screen right there. What else do we have? Okay, so that's in terms of reminders. Let's see here. questions in the chat. Can I recreate your thumbnail? I'm not sure what that means exactly. Yeah, but go ahead. Yeah. Can I recreate? Is there a troll? There's a troll in the chat. Okay. Let the trolls troll. We thank the trolls. We welcome the trolls. Remember, the trolls could be doing anything. They could be anywhere in the world doing anything they want. We welcome them. Thank you for logging in. Thank you for focusing on our time and what we got going on here instead of focusing on yourself. Thank you. We welcome them. Thank you. Thank you for logging on. Thank you for logging on. You could have been doing anything in the world. You could have been studying. You could be preparing for the future. You could have been working out. You could have been preparing. You could have been doing anything in the world. We thank you for logging on. If your ass is more focused on us, we thank you for trolling. We thank you for trolling. We thank you for logging on. Recreate my thumbnail. I'm not sure what that means, but I mean, I'm not worried about thumbnails, man. I'm worried about my freedom. I'm worried about getting my freedom. I'm worried about I got my freedom. I'm going to maintain my focus is maintaining my freedom. Okay. I'm really not focused on thumbnails. I'm not focused on HR. I'm not focused on. I'm locked in on my lane. I'm too locked in to get distracted. I'm too locked in. That's just me. Feel free to operate however you see fit. All right, let's get back to business. I don't give a shit what Donald Trump doing. I'm too locked in, man. I'm too locked in. I don't give a shit what Biden do. I'm too locked in. I don't give a shit what they got going on over there. I'm too locked in. Are you locked in? Are you locked in? Mike, we just learned a couple lessons from Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft firing you. Oracle about to fire you. The article I'm about to pull up right now. Amazon about to fire you. Are you locked in? Are you prepared? Are you studying? And then, let me reiterate this. In the Black Business School, we focus on freedom education. Okay, not that Shakespeare bullshit. Okay, we're not focused on Macbeth education. We're focused on freedom education. Okay, I don't give a shit about Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet is not come to save me. Romeo and Juliet do not give a shit about my bills. Okay, Shakespeare don't give a shit about my bills. Okay, nobody come to save me. We are focused on freedom education, not that Macbeth bullshit, not that Shakespeare bullshit. Okay. Let's get back to the articles. All right. Okay. So we're talking about this final article, then maybe we'll get back to the get to the lookups after that. Okay. All right. One more article I wanted to share. Here's just another reminder to take matters into your own hands. Let's see here. Let me share my screen here. It's another reminder to us right here. I'm going to go back to the $1 trillion question. Okay, here's a $1 trillion question. Before we ask that question again, Amazon's robotic warehouse workforce near size of human staff, report says. $1 trillion question. What are you going to do about it? Okay, Amazon's robotic warehouse workforce near size. Do you think the robotic workforce will be increasing in the future or decreasing in the future? Amazon will probably soon have as many robots working in its warehouse as it does humans. Okay. Here's another company we can take lessons from. Amazon, I believe, is in the top 5 biggest companies in the world. They're obviously doing something right. Okay. If Amazon was doing things wrong, they would not be a top 5 company in the world. They're doing something right. So we can take lessons from them. According to a report in the Wall Street Journal, Amazon has deployed over 1 million robots in its warehouses. Roughly 75% of the e-commerce giant's global deliveries are assisted in some way by robotics. Okay. Amazon will reportedly soon have as many robots working in its warehouses as it does humans. They are coming to replace you. They're on the way to replace you. $1 trillion question. What are you going to do about it? Okay, no crying, no complaining, no whining, no moaning, no groaning. We're adults. We take responsibility for our outcomes ourselves. Too long already, we deferred our outcomes to other people, and we got mad, and we had the nerve to get mad that we got jerked. Okay, I got to check myself before I check anyone else. Me personally, I deferred my outcomes to Mr. Charlie too long. I deferred my outcomes to HR too long. Then I had the nerve to get mad that I got jerked. No, I didn't get mad at Mr. Charlie. That wasn't his fault. That wasn't HR's fault. That was my fault. I didn't take matters into my own hands soon enough before I should have. Okay. All right, let's get back to the article. According to a report in the Wall Street Journal, Amazon has deployed over 1 million robots in its warehouses. The tech firm employs around 1.56 million people. The report said, with most of them in the warehouses. Okay, so for all my frontline workers, for all my laborers, for all my Uber drivers, who else is getting replaced? For all my cashiers, who are some frontline workers that the robots are coming for? Uber drivers, checkout cashiers, bank tellers. Who else? Who else? Who else is a frontline worker that the AI or the robots can replace? Roughly 75% of the e-commerce giant's global deliveries are assisted in some way by robotics. Average number of employees Amazon had per facility last year, roughly 670, was now the lowest recorded in the past 16 years. That number is only going to decrease. Amazon didn't immediately respond to a request. Okay, so here we go. Andy Jassy said he expected the company would trim its workforce over the next few years, with the spread of AI. Okay, we talked about this last week. Amazon's looking out for Amazon. Okay, Amazon's probably not looking out for you and me. Amazon, as they should be looking out for Amazon. Okay, Amazon should have Amazon's best interest in mind before they have me and your best interest in mind, right? That only makes sense. That's only logical. Amazon shares, which entered Tuesday flat this year, are a little change pre-market trading. Okay, Amazon is currently 220.86 current price Amazon. All right, so that article again is on Investopedia. You can read that article, but I wanted to review this article and just remind ourselves that we need to be proactive. We can't just sit around and think things will work out in our favor. Okay, we just can't sit around hoping things will work out in our favor. Okay, we need to be proactive. We need to be hands-on. We need to take full accountability. Okay, if you don't, you can't get mad that you got jerked. Okay, I'm not sitting around hoping another grown man has my best interest in mind. If he does, cool, but it's all good. I got my best interest in mind. All right, so that's an article from Amazon. Just a reminder, AI is coming for that ass. All right, let me stop sharing there. I know you guys wanted to look up some tickers. What were the tickers? Add myself back to the stage. Let me get my text straight. Okay, so what are some tickers you guys want to look up? Drop them in the chat before we look up any tickers. Let's take a live look at the market. One more live look. Okay, so mostly green. Let me share my screen here. Mostly green. Here's my trading view screen. All right. Yeah. Okay. BTC 1095. Okay. 1095 for all my Bitcoin holders. 1095. Almost 109. Okay, now 1096. Okay. What are you going to do about it? Microsoft 491. Down a little bit today. Meta 719. Netflix 1280. NVIDIA 157. Palantir 132. What else do we have here? ExxonMobil 110. TSM 232. Tesla 313. Okay. I know you guys like the ticker lookups. Any ticker looks you guys want to see, drop them in the chat. We can look them up in Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance. All right, let me see here. I know I missed some chat. Okay, so I missed. Okay, Circle CRCL. Let's take a look at Yahoo Finance. Let me stop sharing that one. Let me share Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance. CRCL, Circle Internet Group. Okay, Circle Internet Group. All right, let's see what's going on with this company here. All right, Circle Internet Group. Ticker symbol CRCL. Okay, currently at 183. What do they do? Does it tell us the description here? Let's see what it does. Circle Internet Group operates as a platform, network, and market infrastructure for stablecoin and blockchain applications. The company provides a suite of stablecoins and related products that include a network utility and application platform for organizations to benefit from stablecoin and internet financial systems. Issues a US dollar. Okay. All right. So they're in the financial services sector. Okay. So let's check its. Okay. So currently at 183.50. Okay. Pullbacks 8% the last 5 days. Okay. So the last month it blew up. Okay. Okay, so what happened the last month with this ticker? 6 months, yeah, so it blew up a lot the last year. Year to date, it blew up a lot. So what's going on with this company? What happened with this company? All right, let's check the news on this company. Okay, so let's see what the news is. Kramer says Circle Internet's price can't be justified by any imagination. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Anyone know what happened with this company the last 6 months? I don't follow this ticker too closely. Circle Internet Group, ticker symbol CRCL. What happened? What's going on with this company? All right, so Circle at 182.82. It's blown up a lot. Let's go back to the chart. It's blown up a lot recently. One day or 5 days. Okay, so let's see here. So that's the 5 day. Okay, so what day is this? 12. Actually, let's go to the. Okay, so here's the month. Okay, so back on June 23rd, it was what, over 250? Let me see if I'm reading that correctly. Okay, so this is the monthly chart, 1 month. So it looks like back, what is it, a week ago, 10 days ago, it was over 250. Now it's at 182. All right, let's check the 3 month. 3 month. Okay, so there's the 3 month. Actually, did it change? Okay, it only looked like it changed between 3 and 6 months. Year to date. Let me see if I'm doing this correctly. Year to date. 1 day. Let's see if I could change this. 3 months. Okay, so all right. So the chart looks a little skewed. I might have the wrong view here, but let me scroll back up. Actually, let me scroll back up. Let me go to the summary. Hopefully, the chart will reset itself. Okay, so that's the 1 day. Let me go back to the 6 month. 6 month. What do I need to change here? Let me see here. I want to look at what the chart looks like year to date, but I'm having trouble with the chart. But anyways, it looks like it blew up a lot recently and scaled back a little bit since last month, 10 days ago or so. That's what's going on with Circle. Okay, if you believe Circle is a good investment, take a look at Circle. Andrew says skip Kramer and do the opposite, or do the opposite. Okay. Any other tickers you guys want to look up? Let me check while I check my notes here. Any other? What I forgot to do is take a look at CNN. I want to take a quick look at CNN headlines, CNN business headlines, and Yahoo Finance headlines before we wrap. All right, stable coins. Okay. All right, let me share my screen right here. I want to take a look at CNN business here. Let me share the right screen. Okay, so let's see what's going on with CNN business and Yahoo Finance. All right, so this is CNN business right here. Oops, apologize for that. Okay, so actually, let me click on business right there. That's CNN Business. All right, let's check some of these headlines quickly. Trump announces U.S. trade deal with Vietnam. All right, what else do we have? Okay, we talked about the Microsoft layoffs. Tesla reports second sales plunge from last year. What else do we have? Oh yeah, Powell, I believe, spoke yesterday. Powell says the Fed would have to cut rates this year if it weren't for tariffs. Would have cut rates this year if it weren't for tariffs. This article says job openings unexpectedly increased in May. Trump and Elon Musk beefing. One day they're beefing, one day they're buddies. Next day they're beefing. Next day they're buddies. Then they're beefing again. What else do we have? Waffle House drops its egg surcharge. I didn't know Waffle House had an egg surcharge. Is that related to inflation? Is that related to the price of eggs? What else? Musk can't seem to put down the political megaphone, even if it hurts Tesla. Okay, so yeah, a lot of beef between Musk and Trump. One day they're best friends forever. Next day they're beefing, back to beefing. Trump and Japan. Trump warns spoiled Japan may not get U.S. trade deal. Okay, so those are the current headlines on CNN Business. Let's check the headlines on Yahoo Finance. Let me get Yahoo Finance right here. Yahoo Finance. Let's see what's going on with Yahoo Finance. All right, so let's remove that one. Let's share Yahoo Finance. Share screen, Yahoo Finance. All right, let's see what's going on with Yahoo Finance. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, Trump says he has reached a trade deal with Vietnam. Okay, talked about Nike. I believe it was CNBC had an article on Nike. Nike pops after Trump touts U.S. deal with Vietnam. So does Nike? So that makes me think Nike uses Vietnam for its manufacturing. Let's see here. Okay, we talked about that a minute ago. Microsoft laying off people. Amazon Prime Day could rake in $21 billion in sales. Analyst says. Okay, do we want a piece of that $21 billion? Your family deserves a piece of that $21 billion. My family deserves a piece of that $21 billion. I want a piece of that $21 billion. I need my piece. I need my piece. Okay, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you just going to go cry after Amazon makes this $21 billion in sales? Are you going to cry that the economy sucks, Donald Trump sucks, racism sucks, or are you going to do something about it? What else we got? Or do you need a piece of that $21 billion? Just in time, Amazon Prime Day, get $200 gift them. Okay. What else do we have? I saw this article a couple weeks ago. Chase and that Sapphire credit card. Do you guys use this Chase Sapphire credit card for your business? I think they had increased the price of that annual membership a couple weeks ago. All right, so here's some top stock movers today: Tesla, Nike, and a couple other smaller companies. All right, so those are some headlines on Yahoo Finance. Okay, so as a reminder, 1 p.m. tomorrow, the market will be closed. And on Friday, the market will close. Okay, so for any of you in the stock market or in the options market, short week this week. Okay. Let's take one final look at MSNBC. Let's see what's going on with MSNBC. Let's see what anything's going on there. Let's see if let me stop sharing that one. And let me share my screen here. All right, let's see what's going on here. This is MSNBC. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Can we go to the business section? Top stories. I thought they had a business tab. Or that might be NBC. Yeah, I think that might be NBC. Top stories, Morning Joe. Let's check. Am I tripping? I might be tripping. Yeah, I might be tripping. But those are some major headlines across some of the platforms I use. Let's stop sharing that. So we talked about Microsoft today. We talked about Amazon today. We talked about Oracle. We took a couple lessons from these big companies. We can learn lessons from companies that are the biggest in the world, right? We're gonna study what they do correctly, and maybe we can implement those into our businesses or our lives, right? We're just not gonna. We can also study what doesn't work, right? We can look at our competitors and take lessons on what doesn't work, right? We can study what works and study what doesn't work. So we can take lessons both ways. Okay. So we will meet again next Wednesday, noon Eastern. We'll discuss more current events in the stock market. Until then, cut out the middleman. Go straight to the bag. Okay. One reason I like the stock market and the options market so much is I control my fate myself. Okay. I go straight to the bag. Okay. I go straight to the bag. No people pleasing, no ass kissing, no shiny resumes. I'm going straight to the bag. I'm going straight to the ownership. I'm going straight to the equity. Okay. So that's one of the main reasons I like the stock market so much. And I can live my 24 hours however I want, not the way another grown man wants me to live. Okay. I shouldn't be looking to another grown man for him to give me permission on how I should spend my 24 hours. Right. He don't give me permission to tell him how to live. I'm not expecting him to give me permission on how I should live. Okay. I'm gonna buy back my time and do whatever I want with my 24 hours. Okay. So that's one of the reasons I like the stock market and the options market so much. I don't like all the people pleasing, all the middlemen, all the ass kissing, and all that drama, all those middlemen with their hands out that need to be paid, just for me to get jerked. So those days are over for me. Those days are long over for me. I'm going straight to the bag. I'm going straight to the ownership. I'm going straight to the equity. I'm going to hustle efficiently only. No more hard work, efficient work only, if I do choose to work. All right, until next week, Wednesday, 12 noon, go get what you deserve. Check you next Wednesday. Peace.